Hi, this is Mr. Dang Visa in Korea. Hi, how are you? Uh, I just I just make this new after 7 visa criteria before, and the foreigners asking me about the how to calculate the period if I have E7 one visa. So I um I made this you know the presentation file to understand it better. So let us start. Okay, it is the same as the current is F27 visa criteria, right? There are eligible persons to change F27 visa, but the current F27 visa is an applicant, and there is an including the E74 visa, but from the December 1st and the new F27 visa criteria. Oh my pronunciation is not good today. But anyway, the new F27 criteria, there is no any the E74 the visa. So E74 visa cannot apply for the F27 and after December 1st this year. Okay, so you need to understand the eligible applicant. The first, it is just for the professional and semi-professional, and the visa holders such as a registered professor E1, a language instructor E2, the researcher E3, the technical instructor E4. Professionals is the lawyers and the CPA such as, and E5. Artists, only E61 artists and E63 athletes only. And the special ability is the E71 only. Long-term news coverage D5 is a reporter, long-term the reporter. The religious worker D6 and intra-company transfer dispatching uh, the employee from the headquarters from the overseas, the D7, and corporate investor D8, international trade or private and the business investor D9. This is eligible and persons can apply for the F27 visa, right? Second one, we can say that the principle is a basic principle. The the important thing is staying in Korea for over 3 years continuously. So I just separate each of the conditions. You shall meet the principle to the meet your the period, right? So the 3 years meaning is exactly from this visa, right? So based on your ARC, right? And you can check that your date of issuance of your ARC at the bottom of your ARC. Now, from that date to need 3 years from that date, right? So so and continuously meaning is the for example, and if you got a E7 one visa and 2 years, and you can change, you just changed a D10 one, and you got the E7 one right now for over 1 year. If you combine all together for the E7, but you are staying 3 years with the E7, but it is not continuously and the meanings. The countries continuously meaning is my pronunciation is not good. And the continuously in the meaning is it is based on your current visa and it don't care about previous year visa type. The for example, and if you got an E2, right? The right now you got an E2 before you got a D10 job seeking, but before that you have an E2, but only check that your current this visa and calculate your period of stay from current and the visa status. So the continuous meaning is if you got an E2 visa, right? And at the date and from the issuance of your ARC to now. So if you don't have E2 right now, or if you got a D10, you have to get this visa first, right? This is a continuously meaning is. Staying in Korea is even if you got a E7-1 visa and the want to change E7-1 to F7, but if you are staying in overseas due to a certain reason, you can apply for that. So this is if you want to change the F7, you have to stay in Korea, right? Stay in Korea. So if you're staying overseas and you have to come back to Korea, after that you can apply for that. But there is an exemption about the 3 years for the next page. Exemption of 3 years in a period. But there are three in the categories, but I explained the two. The first one is the yearly income, right? So if you have one of this visa, right? And your previous yearly income is was more than 40 million won, and you can apply for that without waiting until 3 years from the date of your date of issuance of your ARC. Or if you got a master degree, but it is the very difficult one, the second one especially, right? So there is a conditions that you if you got a master degree and and uh, and D10 job seeking, right? And you were the period of stay with your D2 or D10 job seeking after graduate and shall be over 3 years. So usually master degree and the period is at the 2 years, and you can extend D10 one time, so totally 3 years you can do that. But when you apply for that, after 7 is very tight schedule to do that. So why does immigration make this some criteria? Even if you got a master degree, but why and need 3 years or more and a period, and combining your master degree D2 3 period as well as D10 1B and the period. I think it is gonna make it more difficult to get up to 7. So, but there is things that your degree, right? The final and the diploma, you have to have a master degree or PhD. So how to meet 3 years? For example, you came to Korea with a D22, is a bachelor's course, and after that you just a D23 and change it and then complete your master degree. And if you have one of this visa, right, with a master degree, yes, and you meet the 3 years with a D2 visa, or you got a master degree and after D23, and after that you're just after the master degree completed and you join the master degree course, and finally you got master you got PhD, right? So master degree excuse me, master degree period will be the 2 years, and the PhD degree the period will be 2 or 3 years. So totally you stayed in Korea over 3 years. At the time, if you got this visa, right? So you don't need 3 years from E7. Can you understand? Okay. In summary, one more time. So if you want to change up to 7, you have to hold one of this visa, right? And you have to wait 3 years from the date of issuance of your ARC. Exactly, right? But if your previous income was more than 40 million won, or and your D2 visa period with a master's degree or PhD degree, and combining all your and the period of stay with a D2 visa uh, is over 3 years, right? You don't need 3 years from this visa, right? Ooh, it's very difficult because my feeling is not good today. And but anyway, thank you for the listening to my lecture. And this is my explanation, especially number two. It is a excuse me, helpful for you. Okay, I'll see you next time with more, a better information on that. Oh, this pronunciation is so not good. I will see you next time. Bye bye.